Are you over 60 and noticing your legs feel weaker, recovery is slower, or muscle tone just isn't what it used to be? Even though you're active and eating healthy, here's the truth. It's not just about aging. It's about what's missing in your diet. Most people overlook one simple food that actually contains more usable protein than eggs, and it can drastically shift the way your body holds onto muscle. Today, we're diving into a little known powerhouse that naturally prevents muscle loss after 60, supports hormone health, and fuels your body in a way most senior diets miss entirely. Muscle loss after 60 is often assumed to be a natural and unavoidable part of aging. While it's true that the aging process changes how the body functions, what many don't realize is that sarcopenia, the progressive loss of muscle mass and strength, is not solely driven by age. It's driven primarily by hormonal imbalances, nutritional deficiencies, and lifestyle habits that accelerate the breakdown of lean tissue. In fact, many people begin losing muscle in their 40s, not because of a number on the calendar, but because of unaddressed internal imbalances. As we age, key anabolic hormones such as testosterone, growth hormone, and insulin like growth factor 1, IGF-1, begin to decline. These hormones are central to the body's ability to maintain and build muscle. Testosterone promotes protein synthesis and helps retain lean mass. Growth hormone supports tissue repair, regeneration, and fat metabolism. IGF-1 works synergistically with both to enhance recovery and muscle regeneration. When these hormones are low, muscle building signals are weakened, making it easier for the body to shift into a catabolic state, breaking down tissue instead of building it. Compounding the problem is the rise of insulin resistance with age, especially among those who consume a high carbohydrate diet or lead sedentary lifestyles. When insulin is chronically elevated, the body becomes less responsive to its effects. This not only affects blood sugar regulation, but also blocks the ability of muscles to effectively absorb and utilize amino acids. Without proper amino acid uptake, muscle protein synthesis is blunted. Even in the presence of dietary protein, in short, insulin resistance turns off the body's muscle-building machinery. But hormones are only one piece of the puzzle. Nutritional quality and absorption play a massive role in determining whether muscle is preserved or lost. After 60, many individuals experience reduced stomach acid, which impacts the body's ability to break down and absorb protein and minerals like zinc, magnesium, and iron, all essential for muscle function. You could be eating a high-protein diet, but if your digestion is compromised, your body won't reap the benefits. Additionally, many seniors simply don't consume enough protein. The recommended daily allowance for protein is outdated and often too low for older adults trying to maintain muscle mass. Research shows that seniors require more protein per kilogram of body weight than younger adults to trigger the same level of muscle protein synthesis. This is because of a phenomenon called anabolic resistance, where the body becomes less efficient at using dietary protein to build new muscle. Over time, this subtle decline adds up to noticeable weakness, slower recovery, and greater frailty. Another key nutrient often missing in the diets of older adults is vitamin D. Vitamin D plays an essential role in supporting testosterone levels, muscle strength, and neuromuscular coordination. Low levels of vitamin D are associated with poor balance, increased risk of falls, and reduced lower body strength. When combined with inadequate intake of magnesium and omega-3 fatty acids, the inflammatory burden on the body rises and the ability to recover from exercise diminishes. In many cases, muscle loss is not caused by aging itself, but by a lack of physical stimulus, namely resistance training. Muscles require tension and stress to remain active and strong. When physical activity is replaced by prolonged sitting, the muscles stop receiving signals to grow or even maintain their current size. Over time, this leads to atrophy. However, when resistance training is introduced, even in small, consistent doses, the muscle tissue responds, especially when paired with a nutrient-dense, protein-rich diet. Ultimately, muscle loss after 60 is not a matter of fate, but of internal and external conditions. Hormonal changes, digestive capacity, and nutrient absorption determine whether the body maintains a healthy muscle-to-fat ratio or slips into rapid decline. Addressing these areas with targeted nutrition, bioavailable protein, and strength-based movement is far more effective than simply accepting muscle loss as an inevitable part of aging. Sarcopenia, the age loss of muscle mass and strength, is one of the most silent yet devastating conditions affecting older adults. While it's often seen as an inevitable consequence of aging, it's far more connected to dietary habits and absorption issues, particularly around protein intake. Protein is the cornerstone of muscle repair and regeneration, but unfortunately, many seniors either don't consume enough of it or struggle to absorb it efficiently, leading to a faster decline in muscle mass and physical function. One of the primary contributors to sarcopenia is underconsumption of high-quality protein. As people age, appetite tends to decline. Seniors often eat fewer calories and gravitate toward softer, more carbohydrate-rich foods that are easier to chew or digest, but these foods are typically low in protein. A small bowl of cereal, a slice of toast, or even a cup of soup might feel sufficient at breakfast or lunch, but it provides nowhere near the amount of amino acids needed to preserve muscle. Over time, this consistent underconsumption creates a nutrient gap that leads to muscle breakdown, exceeding muscle synthesis. Adding to the challenge is a condition known as anabolic resistance. This refers to the body's reduced sensitivity to protein as we age. In younger adults, a modest dose of protein might be enough to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. In contrast, older adults require a larger and more deliberate intake of high-quality protein per meal, often around 25-30 grams or more, just to achieve the same anabolic response. Without meeting this threshold regularly, the muscles do not get the signal to repair and rebuild, and muscle loss slowly accelerates. But it's not just about how much protein is eaten, it's also about how well it's digested and absorbed. After age 60, the body naturally produces less stomach acid, hydrochloric acid, which is essential for breaking down protein in the stomach. Without adequate stomach acid, proteins are only partially digested, meaning fewer amino acids are available to the bloodstream and muscle tissue. This results in what's known as functional protein deficiency, not because of inadequate intake, but because of poor breakdown and assimilation. Additionally, many seniors are on long-term medications such as proton pump inhibitors, PPIs, which further reduce stomach acid production. Others may have compromised gut health from years of processed food consumption, antibiotic use, or undiagnosed digestive disorders. All of this affects the integrity of the small intestine, where most nutrient absorption occurs. Even if the diet is corrected, poor gut function means the body may still miss out on the benefits of protein unless digestive function is addressed. It's also important to consider the source and quality of the protein consumed. Highly processed meats or protein bars loaded with additives may not be as effective as whole food sources like pasture-raised eggs, wild-caught fish, organic poultry, or fermented dairy. These natural proteins tend to be more bioavailable, meaning the body can recognize, break down, and utilize them more effectively. In some cases, plant proteins can be helpful, but they often lack one or more essential amino acids and may contain anti-nutrients that impair digestion if not prepared properly. For seniors dealing with chewing or digestive difficulties, liquid or powdered protein supplements such as bone broth protein, collagen peptides, or whey protein isolate can be effective ways to increase protein intake without overburdening the digestive system. Timing matters too. Consuming protein soon after resistance training or first thing in the day when muscle-building hormones are more active can dramatically improve its effectiveness in preserving lean mass. Ultimately, the combination of low intake, poor absorption, and reduced muscle-building sensitivity creates the perfect storm for sarcopenia in older adults. When not addressed, this can lead to increased frailty, higher fall risk, slower recovery from illness, and loss of independence. Identifying and correcting protein gaps, both in quantity and absorption, is one of the most powerful strategies to protect muscle health well into the later decades of life. Hemp seeds are often overlooked in the world of nutrition, especially when it comes to muscle maintenance and regeneration in older adults. While eggs are widely considered the gold standard of protein, hemp seeds quietly outperform them in protein density per ounce and bring along a powerhouse of additional nutrients that actively support muscle health, hormone balance, and recovery. For individuals over 60 who are fighting to preserve strength and function, hemp seeds offer a unique advantage that's both natural and highly bioavailable. Per ounce, hemp seeds contain around 10 grams of complete protein compared to approximately 6 grams in a large egg. What sets hemp seeds apart is that they provide all 9 essential amino acids, including leucine, the key amino acid for triggering muscle protein synthesis. This makes hemp a complete plant-based protein, which is relatively rare. But unlike many plant proteins, hemp is not hard on digestion and does not require complex preparation to unlock its nutritional benefits. This is critical for seniors who often experience reduced stomach acid and impaired protein breakdown as part of the aging process. Beyond just protein, hemp seeds are loaded with omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in a healthy 3:1 ratio, which helps reduce inflammation, a major factor that interferes with muscle recovery and promotes joint stiffness in older adults. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the silent drivers of sarcopenia, and incorporating anti-inflammatory foods like hemp can reduce this burden and restore the body's ability to repair itself effectively. Hemp seeds also contain magnesium, which plays a crucial role in ATP production, the energy currency of the cell, and is needed for optimal muscle contractions and relaxation. Many older adults are magnesium deficient due to medications, poor soil quality, and stress depletion, leading to symptoms like cramps, fatigue, and impaired exercise performance. Including hemp seeds daily can contribute meaningfully to magnesium replenishment, especially when combined with whole foods like leafy greens and seeds. Another vital mineral found in hemp seeds is zinc, which is essential for testosterone production, immune function, and protein synthesis. Testosterone naturally declines with age, and with it, the ability to retain muscle mass and strength. Zinc helps support natural testosterone levels and improves recovery from resistance training. Additionally, iron in hemp seeds contributes to oxygen transport and mitochondrial health, which helps prevent fatigue and improves endurance during physical activity. Hemp seeds are also rich in arginine, a semi-essential amino acid that supports nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide helps dilate blood vessels, improving circulation and nutrient delivery to muscle tissues. For older individuals dealing with compromised vascular function, this improved blood flow means that nutrients like amino acids, glucose, and oxygen are more efficiently delivered to the cells that need them for repair and growth. The digestibility of hemp protein is another key factor that makes it ideal for seniors. Many high-protein foods can be heavy on the digestive system, especially if there are underlying issues like low hydrochloric acid, sluggish gallbladder function, or pancreatic enzyme deficiency. Hemp seeds are soft, easy to chew, and require minimal digestion, making them a practical solution for older adults who need high-protein options without gastrointestinal discomfort. Incorporating hemp seeds is simple and versatile. It can be added to smoothies, sprinkled over salads, stirred into yogurt, or eaten straight from the spoon. Their mild, nutty flavor blends well with both savory and sweet meals, and their nutritional content remains stable even when not cooked. This makes them an easy, daily tool for naturally supporting muscle regeneration without relying on processed protein powders or supplements that may contain fillers or allergens. Unlike animal proteins, hemp seeds also come with fiber, which supports gut health, blood sugar regulation, and detoxification factors that indirectly contribute to muscle maintenance by improving nutrient absorption and reducing inflammation. The combination of protein, healthy fats, and minerals in hemp creates a synergistic effect that promotes not only muscle preservation, but also hormonal and metabolic balance, which are critical for aging well. Hemp seeds are often celebrated for their impressive protein content, but their true value extends far beyond just amino acids. They are a nutrient-dense powerhouse, loaded with key compounds that support not only muscle health, but also hormone balance, recovery, and overall metabolic function. Specifically, hemp seeds provide a rich source of essential fatty acids, magnesium, zinc, and arginine, each of which plays a foundational role in keeping the aging body resilient and strong. One of the most significant attributes of hemp seeds is their high content of essential fatty acids, EFAs, particularly omega-3 and omega-6, in an ideal ratio close to 3 to 1. EFAs cannot be produced by the body and must be obtained through diet. They are vital for reducing chronic inflammation, which is one of the primary barriers to proper muscle recovery and tissue repair in older adults. Persistent low-grade inflammation weakens muscle fibers, blunts anabolic signaling, and slows the healing process after physical activity. Omega-3s also help maintain cell membrane integrity, allowing muscle cells to more effectively absorb nutrients and expel waste products. EFAs additionally support hormone production, especially testosterone and growth hormone, which are critical for muscle preservation in seniors. Hormones are made from cholesterol and fatty acids, and without a regular supply of healthy fats, hormone synthesis becomes impaired. This is one of the reasons why many low-fat diets contribute to hormonal imbalances that accelerate muscle loss, fatigue, and poor recovery. By including hemp seeds in the diet, the body is given the raw materials it needs to naturally restore hormonal rhythms that support strength, endurance, and vitality. Another key mineral found abundantly in hemp seeds is magnesium. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, many of which are directly related to muscle function, ATP production, and nervous system regulation. For muscle protein synthesis to occur efficiently, the body must be able to generate enough cellular energy, ATP, and magnesium is the cofactor that allows this to happen. It also plays a critical role in relaxing muscle fibers, preventing cramps, spasms, and post-exercise soreness. As individuals age, magnesium deficiency becomes more common due to poor soil quality, medication use, and reduced dietary intake, making hemp seeds an ideal food-based source to replenish this essential mineral. In addition to magnesium, zinc is another micronutrient in hemp seeds that cannot be ignored when discussing muscle maintenance and recovery. Zinc is a building block for numerous bodily processes, but it is especially important for tissue repair, immune strength, and anabolic hormone production. Testosterone, in particular, relies on adequate zinc levels for both production and activity. Zinc also aids in protein metabolism, helping the body synthesize and repair muscle fibers after exercise. For aging adults whose testosterone levels and recovery capacity naturally decline, including zinc-rich foods like hemp seeds can make a measurable difference in performance and strength retention. Another major component that gives hemp seeds their muscle-supporting power is arginine, a semi-essential amino acid that plays several critical roles. Arginine is a precursor to nitric oxide, a molecule that helps dilate blood vessels and improve circulation. Improved blood flow means better delivery of nutrients and oxygen to muscle tissue, speeding up recovery and reducing soreness after physical exertion. In older adults, circulation often becomes compromised due to vascular aging or insulin resistance, and increasing arginine intake through whole foods can help combat this effect naturally. Additionally, arginine contributes to protein synthesis and helps reduce ammonia buildup during exercise, which otherwise leads to fatigue and delayed recovery. And the synergy of these nutrients, essential fatty acids, magnesium, zinc, and arginine, makes hemp seeds more than just a protein source. They function as a muscle recovery system in food form, offering structural support, inflammation control, improved blood flow, and hormonal optimization, all in one compact, natural package. For those over 60 looking to preserve muscle, increase vitality, and reduce reliance on synthetic supplements, hemp seeds deliver a comprehensive nutritional profile that aligns with the body's most critical needs during the aging process. As the body ages, one of the greatest health challenges it faces is the steady decline in lean muscle mass, a process known as sarcopenia. While age itself plays a role, the driving forces behind this muscle loss are often dietary insufficiencies, lack of physical stimulation, and metabolic imbalances. Yet this decline is not inevitable. Strategic changes in nutrition, movement, and eating patterns can help not only preserve muscle, but also restore what's been lost. One such change involves regularly incorporating hemp seeds, a food that offers a rare combination of complete protein, anti-inflammatory fats, and muscle-supporting minerals. Hemp seeds provide all 9 essential amino acids required for muscle protein synthesis, a key process in rebuilding and maintaining muscle tissue. When consumed regularly, they help supply the raw materials necessary for the body to repair and strengthen muscle fibers, particularly after resistance training. Unlike incomplete plant proteins, hemp protein does not require pairing with other foods to be effective. It stands alone as a complete digestible protein source, making it ideal for seniors who may struggle with digestion or absorption. But consuming hemp seeds alone isn't enough to maximize their benefits. When paired with resistance training, the muscle building response becomes dramatically stronger. Resistance exercises such as bodyweight squats, resistance bands, or light weightlifting create small controlled tears in muscle tissue. The body then uses amino acids, minerals, and energy to repair and build those fibers back stronger. Hemp seeds provide not only the amino acids needed for this repair, but also magnesium, which is essential for muscular contractions, ATP energy production, and post-workout recovery. Another important layer to this strategy is the integration of intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating. Fasting is not just a tool for fat loss. It enhances hormonal responses that are directly tied to muscle preservation. For instance, fasting increases levels of human growth hormone, HGH, which supports tissue repair, fat metabolism, and lean body mass. At the same time, insulin levels drop, which reduces inflammation and helps the body switch from fat storage to fat burning mode. When you break your fast with a nutrient-dense food like hemp seeds, the body is more insulin sensitive and more likely to direct those nutrients into muscle tissue rather than fat storage. This combination, resistance training, strategic fasting, and muscle-targeted nutrition, creates a synergistic effect that goes beyond the sum of its parts. The resistance training stimulates the muscle to grow. The fasting primes the hormonal environment, and the hemp seeds deliver the precise nutrients needed to complete the rebuilding process. This approach not only preserves lean mass, but also improves metabolic flexibility, energy, and physical performance, all of which tend to decline after 60 without proper support. Hemp seeds also enhance nutrient density in a way that few foods can. Alongside their protein content, they provide zinc, which supports testosterone production and immune health, and arginine, an amino acid that boosts nitric oxide levels and improves circulation. These benefits are especially important for seniors whose vascular and hormonal systems may not function as efficiently as they once did. Improved blood flow means better delivery of oxygen and nutrients to working muscles, which speeds recovery and enhances strength over time. Practical implementation is simple. Hemp seeds can be added to smoothies, oatmeal salads, or eaten plain by the spoonful. When taken as a first meal after a fasting period, they deliver an ideal blend of protein and fat without spiking blood sugar. This keeps the body in a stable, anabolic state that supports muscle growth without triggering the negative effects of excessive carbohydrate consumption, such as fat gain or insulin resistance. By combining this food with intelligent training and eating habits, older adults can take control of their muscle health, rebuild strength, and improve mobility without the need for complicated diets or synthetic supplements.